is freezing today. I don't know if you can see my breath. We've just checked out of the Hotel Okura, and we are on our way to the Sake Brewery, and it's 9 in the morning, so let's go get lit. So we're here at Hakutsuru Sake Brewery, and it's one of the most famous breweries in Japan. So I've never been to a sake brewery or seen how it's made or anything like that, so pretty excited to be immersed in the sake. So if you come to Hakutsuru Brewery, they actually have this app that will translate it into 15 different languages for you. So don't worry if you don't speak Japanese, because this is available. So the first step for making sake is to harvest the rice. The rice has to be polished down. Now, there's a different percentage of rice polished down for each different kind of sake there is. So there is a cauldron down the bottom here, and down in there the water was boiled, and then it would come up here and the rice was steamed. So to make the rice, after it was steamed, they would put it on their shoulder in the bucket, bring it upstairs, put it here and spread it out to cool down. Coming from Mount Rocco is a really cold wind from the north, and that would help cool down the rice. So after this rice is cooled down, they take some of it to make the Koji malt, which is used in a process of making the sake. So they take it in here, and it's actually better produced in a humid room. So they used to fill the walls with the rice husk to keep it insulated, to keep it nice and humid, and it has to stay at a specific temperature. So they'd come and check it every 2 hours until it was done processing, so the workers hardly got to sleep. And still to this day they use this method instead of machinery. So after the koji is made, it is put into one of these tubs with rice and water, and they mash it. And then yeast is added to help fermentation, called yamakaoshi, and they make the moto. Now whilst they do this, they sing a song, which I'm not sure if you can hear over the top of me. And you know, it helps lighten their spirits from all the hard work that they're doing here. And also because there wasn't clocks way back when, it was used to help measure time. Once the rice goes through the moto processing, it is brought here and it's made into the main mash. So it's the same as moto, but it's ×3, so double, double, double. So it's the same water rice koji mix, just tripled, yeah? And then it is mashed up and mixed up some more. Normally there would be about 3 or 4 people stirring the moromi, and sometimes because, well, most of the time, because of the alcohol and the CO2, they would be lacking like air and they couldn't breathe whilst doing this, standing on the edge of this massive thing. Kind of hard work. Once they finish with this process, they put the moromi into here, the kitsune thing, and then it is tipped into the sake bukuro, the bag, and then they're all layered into like this big container and this container, and then they put pressure on the top, as you can see. And then so the sake is squeezed out into the bottom, and that's sake, and then the stuff that is actually still in the bags is used, sakekasu is still used for cooking. The sake is squeezed out from the bag, it gets settled in a tank for a week, and then it gets transferred into this kind of cauldron, and it gets heated up to 60 degrees Celsius in order to sterilize and adjust the ripeness flavor. It's called nikomi, and the workers, because there's no thermometers back in those days, the workers have to test if it gets up to 60 degrees by using their fingers themselves. Ouch. Now after the sterilizing process, the sake gets moved into this kind of storage container, and the air bubbles that float to the top get scooped off, and then it's sealed, and like heavy stones are placed on the top, and it stays in there for about 6 months. Almost last process is barreling, so the sake will be put into these barrels, and for shipment, you know, on the ships back in those days, if they hit each other they'd crack because they're wood, so that they'd wrap them in straw. And it looks a lot better, I guess. They put the brand name and what kind of sake it is on the inside, and they make these really cool looking barrels. They just told me this is my present. I'm gonna take this one home. Guess what's happening? Hi Peppa, do you work here? Nice uniform. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, so weird. She's looking into my soul. They gifted us with omiyage. We got a bottle of sake. Look, how nice of them. It's heavy too, actually. Established in 1751, Kobe Shu-Shin-Kan Brewery is a well-known maker of a popular sake called Fukuji. You can even purchase handmade sake barrels right here. Cherry blossoms in winter? Oh, wow. This particular cherry blossom starts blooming in November and lasts till March. I had no idea. They actually designed this garden so that no matter what time of the year it was, you have some flowers in bloom to enjoy. This family, their brewing goes back 266 years in this exact location. So now we are here at the Fukuji Brewery. We actually tried this last night at dinner and it's actually really nice. This brewery is a lot smaller than the other one, but it has a really good reputation. Actually, this sake is served at the Nobel Prize dinner. It's that good.
Is in the special steamer. It might be too much for breakfast. So for sake making, many techniques have been developed by thanks to the technology, but somehow still many mysterious aspects remain in sake making. So anything could happen. So every day in the morning we pray to the God. Please give us a great power to make it.
日本に1300以上の蔵元がありますが、どこの人
There is so much CO2 in here that if one of these workers falls in for a second, he will die. Crazy work.
See the grain.
玄米はブラウンの記帳してます。Very special technique.
How cool are these? They have like fermented fruit in them and then you can just add sake to them and like it makes the sake flavored and then you can eat these bad boys at the end when they're full of alcohol. Finished. That's it for my Kobe trip. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hoped you enjoyed watching everything as much as I did experiencing everything. I definitely will be coming back because there are some things that I missed out on, but these 3 days have been amazing. I learned so much about Kobe that I didn't even know happened here. I didn't even know it existed, and I hope you guys enjoyed learning about it too. So thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!